Welcome to our journey through the sands of time, exploring the lives and legacies of the most iconic kings of ancient Egypt. From the fertile banks of the Nile to the towering pyramids that pierce the desert sky, we will unearth the stories of these powerful figures. Join me, Tim, as we delve into the lives and times of these majestic kings, uncovering the secrets of their reigns and the impact they had on the world. To understand the kings of ancient Egypt, we must first understand the role they played. The pharaoh was not merely a ruler, he was considered a divine intermediary between the gods and the people. His word was law, his power absolute. The pharaoh's responsibilities were vast and varied. He was the high priest of every temple, ultimately responsible for maintaining the rituals and offerings that kept the gods appeased. He controlled the land, the economy and the military, leading his armies into battle and ensuring the prosperity of his people. He was also the architect of the nation's grand projects, commissioning the construction of temples, pyramids, and monuments that served as testaments to his power and piety. The pharaoh's life from birth to death was steeped in ritual and ceremony, reflecting his unique status as a living god. His coronation was a lavish affair filled with symbolic rites that affirmed his connection to the divine. Throughout his reign, he participated in countless religious festivals and ceremonies, ensuring the continued favor of the gods and the well-being of his kingdom. But the pharaoh's life was not without its challenges. He faced constant threats, both internal and external, from ambitious rivals, rebellious factions, and invading armies. Despite the immense power they wielded, pharaohs were ultimately mortal men, subject to the same frailties and vulnerabilities as any other human being. They believed that death was not the end, but a transition to the afterlife, where they would continue to rule as kings in the realm of Osiris. Our journey begins with a figure shrouded in the mist of time, a king who stands as a bridge between legend and history, King Menes. Before Menes, Egypt was a land divided, two kingdoms, Upper and Lower Egypt, existing as separate entities. Menes, a powerful ruler from Upper Egypt, changed the course of history. Through military conquest, or perhaps strategic alliances, the exact details lost to the sands of time, he unified these two lands under his rule, marking the beginning of the early dynastic period. This unification was a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. It brought together the fertile lands of the Nile Delta in the north with the resources and manpower of the south. Menes, now the first pharaoh of a united Egypt, established his capital at Memphis, strategically located at the nexus of Upper and Lower Egypt. His reign, as best as we can piece together from the fragmented evidence that survives, was marked by great progress. He's credited with implementing vital irrigation projects, improving agriculture, and strengthening the country's defenses. Legend has it that Menes was a wise and just ruler who brought peace and prosperity to the land. He is said to have established the foundations of Egyptian law and administration, laying the groundwork for the long line of pharaohs who would succeed him. He was the architect of a unified Egypt, the founder of the first dynasty, and the pharaoh who set the stage for the development of one of the most influential civilizations in human history. Though time may have faded the details of his reign, the impact of his actions continues to resonate through the ages. Chapter 3: Khufu, Architect of Wonder. Our journey through the lives of Egypt's majestic kings now brings us face to face with a ruler whose name is synonymous with ambition on a colossal scale, Pharaoh Khufu. He reigned during the Old Kingdom, a period often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids. Khufu inherited a kingdom already steeped in tradition, a land where the pharaohs were revered as living gods. Yet he aspired to leave his own indelible mark on the world, a monument so grand, so awe-inspiring, that it would transcend time itself. His vision took shape on the Giza Plateau, where he commanded the construction of his eternal resting place, the Great Pyramid. Even today, millennia after its completion, the Great Pyramid stands as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Thousands of laborers, skilled artisans and architects toiled tirelessly year after year, hauling massive stone blocks, cutting and shaping them with astonishing precision. The logistics of such an undertaking were nothing short of astounding. The sheer quantity of materials used is staggering. Over 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, were transported from quarries across Egypt. The pyramid, perfectly aligned with the cardinal points, was designed to facilitate the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. Inside the pyramid, a complex network of chambers and passageways led to the king's burial chamber, where he was laid to rest amidst unimaginable riches. Though Khufu's reign is often associated with the construction of the Great Pyramid, we must remember that he was also responsible for governing a vast and complex kingdom. Chapter 4. Hatshepsut, the Female King. In a civilization dominated by male rulers, one woman dared to break the mold, to seize power and etch her name alongside the most powerful pharaohs in Egyptian history, Hatshepsut. Her story is one of ambition, political maneuvering, and the unyielding pursuit of power. Hatshepsut's path to the throne was unconventional, to say the least. As the daughter of Thutmose I, she was of royal blood, but her claim to the throne was tenuous. Upon her father's death, her half-brother, Thutmose II, ascended to the throne, and Hatshepsut became his queen. However, Thutmose II was a sickly ruler, and upon his death, the throne passed to his infant son, Thutmose III, with Hatshepsut acting as regent. But Hatshepsut had grander ambitions. She gradually assumed more and more power, and in a bold move declared herself pharaoh. In a society deeply rooted in tradition, where the role of pharaoh was inextricably linked to masculinity, Hatshepsut's ascension was nothing short of revolutionary. To solidify her claim to power, she adopted the traditional regalia of a male pharaoh. She donned the ceremonial beard, wore the cart headcloth, and even had herself depicted as a male king in statues and reliefs. She understood the importance of imagery and symbolism in legitimizing her rule. Her reign was marked by peace and prosperity, and she oversaw ambitious building projects that rivaled those of her predecessors. One of her most enduring legacies is the Temple of Hatshepsut at Deir el-Bahari. Chapter 5. Ramses II, the Warrior Pharaoh. Our journey through time now brings us to the reign of a pharaoh whose name has become synonymous with the glory and power of ancient Egypt, Ramses II. His reign, spanning over 6 decades, was marked by military conquests, monumental construction projects, and an insatiable thirst for glory. Ramses II ascended to the throne at a time when Egypt's dominance in the region was being challenged. The Hittites, a powerful empire to the north, had encroached on Egyptian territory, posing a significant threat to Ramses' realm. Determined to prove his mettle and secure Egypt's borders, Ramses II assembled a mighty army and marched north to confront the Hittite threat. This clash of civilizations culminated in the Battle of Kadesh, one of the largest and most significant battles in ancient history. Thousands of soldiers clashed in a maelstrom of bronze, chariots thundered across the battlefield, and the air was thick with the cries of the wounded and the dying. Though the battle itself was inconclusive, Ramses II emerged from the conflict claiming victory. He returned to Egypt a hero, his reputation as a warrior king cemented in the annals of history. He immortalized his triumph at Kadesh in countless reliefs and inscriptions, ensuring that his legend would live on for generations to come. But Ramses II was not merely a warrior king. He was also a prolific builder, driven by an insatiable desire to leave his mark on the landscape of Egypt. He commissioned the construction of colossal statues of himself, towering temples adorned with intricate carvings, and vast cities that served as centers of trade and culture. One of his most impressive architectural achievements is the temple complex at Abu Simbel. This awe-inspiring monument, carved into the face of a cliff, features 4 colossal statues of Ramses II, each standing over 60 feet tall, a testament to his power and his enduring legacy. Outro Legacies in Stone. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the history of Egypt's greatest kings. From the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under Menes to the military conquests of Ramses II, we've witnessed the rise and fall of dynasties, the construction of architectural wonders, and the enduring legacy of a civilization that continues to captivate our imagination. These pharaohs, both men and women, left an indelible mark on the world, shaping the course of history with their ambition, their vision, and their unwavering belief in their own divine right to rule. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our world. past and present.